What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we're about a month out from the release of Rise of the Floodborn. Kind of, we'll get to that in a minute. And because we're about a month out from the release of Rise of the Floodborn, kind of, we'll get to that in a minute, we need to have a chat about a pre-order guide for Rise of the Floodborn. What's out there, what you should be going for, how important things are. It is also very important to note, I cannot tell you where to pre-order this, alright? I'm sorry about that, I wish I could. The reality is, telling you where to pre-order every single product in every single market would be absolutely ridiculous. It would take literally days to tell you all, and by the time I told you, they'd be sold out anyway. My biggest tip I can give you, because I know product is not always out there super easily for everybody, the biggest tip I can give you is this. Make friends with your local game store. Because your local game store will have product. Now, I don't know how much product they'll have, but I can tell you right now, your local game store is going to make their priority getting product to their regulars. The people that support them year in, year out, month in, month out, the people that are always there for them. If you are the person that's always shopping around online trying to get the very best deal, you will save a bunch of money most of the time, but there will be times you cannot find product anywhere. If you are able to support your local game store, and I know not everybody has a local game store, not everybody has a good local game store, not everybody is in a position to sometimes pay a little more at a local game store to support them, I get all of that, and that's absolutely fine. But if you can support your local game store, if you are in a position to do so, that is the play. Because I go to Mad for Miniatures down in Cornwall. They're actually not that close to me, like 2 hours round trip, but still, close enough. And I go to them whenever I can, even though I pay more sometimes than I would be paying online. But I tell you this, when there's hard to get products that are selling out everywhere online, I'll drop them a message, and if they can, they'll hook me up. Because I'm one of those people that's going and spending money there all the time, even if I can get it cheaper online. That is the best tip I can give you for finding Lorcana products, or frankly, anything that is a little harder to find. So you've got yourself your booster packs of Rise of the Floodborn and your booster boxes. Remember to deal with this, ladies and gentlemen. Booster boxes should cost exactly 24 times the price of a booster pack, because they contain 24 booster packs. People often tell me about RRP for booster boxes. It's ridiculous and silly. There is no RRP for a booster box. It's just booster packs. Also worth reminding you at this stage that Rise of the Floodborn, the whole point of it, the whole reason for the name, is that it is focusing on Floodborn characters, which is to say existing Disney characters brought into a new scenario. Take, for instance, Archer Belle. She's a Floodborn. Is Belle really an archer? I don't think so, but this card looks nuts. Also, it's Dreamborn, not Floodborn, but I've got to show you Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard. Look at Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard. There we go. So if you're not buying booster packs, then what else is available for you? Well, the biggest, fanciest product remains the Illumineer's Trove. You buy Illumineer's Trove and you get yourself a storage box, 2 deck boxes. They are paper deck boxes. They're not big fancy plastic ones. They'd be a lot more expensive if they were. 8 booster packs, 15 game tokens, and a player's guide. I'm a big fan of having a player's guide for each set. Keeping them nicely, and then, in 10 years' time, when the game's really old but still going, I can look back through the old player's guides, and they will make me very happy indeed. It's something that gets you a lot of packs, and some other cool stuff, and it works really nicely as storage for the set as well. Big fan of the Illumineer's Trove. If all you're after is booster packs, and you can find them for a decent price, big if, of course, then yeah, you are better off just buying booster packs. I'll be honest with you. Booster packs are going to be cheaper, but that's not really the point here. If you want a fancy product with some extra cool stuff in, this is great. And sometimes you won't be able to find booster packs at a decent price. Hopefully soon, but unfortunately not quite yet. This will be there for you when you can. Nice. Okay. Now, outside of those, there is a new product coming in this particular set, which might well be a one-off, and that is the Disney 100 Collector's Edition. This is awesome. Now, you do get yourself 4 packs of Rise of the Floodborn. Cool. That's not why you're buying this. This is like $50, and I was going to buy this before I even read it properly and realized it had packs. Because you get yourself 6 full art cards drawn by actual Disney animators. And they are done by actual Disney animators here. And they are genuinely, ridiculously, flat out phenomenal. Could not be more of a fan of these cards, ladies and gentlemen. Could not be more of a fan of these cards. We got Mickey Mouse, Elsa, Genie, Stitch, Maleficent, and Maui. I want the Maui personally. That's what I want. But I want them all, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be going after this product. I think they're all just absolutely stunning. Yes, they are alternate arts of existing cards. And they are signed by the artist, I should say. So you don't need these cards. All of these cards are available either in the first chapter or Rise of the Floodborn. None of these cards are exclusive. None of these cards are essential. It's not even necessarily the good Maui. It's the vanilla Maui, the 8-cost. Although, to be fair, I like this Maui because it's big and beefy. But you'll notice there are other versions of these cards that get other rarities in the first chapter that a lot of people prefer playing a bit more. Understand that entirely. This is not a product that you buy because you want packs. Now, the Illumineer's Trove, absolutely worth buying for packs and some extra cool stuff. This, you're buying it for the promos, and the packs are a handy bonus. The packs work out at like $12.50 each. It is not a good product if you're just looking for packs. But it contains a lot of ridiculous, well, not a lot, but six ridiculous full art promos. And I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee you, if you don't see a reprint of these cards, these prints of these cards, I should say, then assuming this game lasts 10 years, which I really hope it does, I love this game, I've made that extremely clear, we're going to be turning around in 10 years' time, and there's going to be people that are joining in 10 years going, what are those cards? And we're going to go, well, yeah, mate, well, 10 years ago, they had this product with these promos, and it was amazing. Now, in terms of cards, that is actually it. In terms of packs, I mean. You've got booster packs and booster boxes, you've got the Illumineer's Trove, and you've got the Disney 100 Collector's Edition. There was a gift set for the first chapter. There is no such thing as a gift set here. Although, let's be honest, the Disney 100 Collector's Edition is basically a gift set, let's be honest. Same thing, bit fancier and more expensive. But same kind of deal. But we do also have starter decks, but there are 2 starter decks this time round, not 3 like we had in the first chapter. Yes, that means 2 of the inks don't have a starter deck, but we've already got starter decks for those inks. It's going to be okay. Now, we got 1 starter deck, which is themed around Amber and Sapphire, and we know it's got, well, I mean, look, I'm not terribly happy with the name of this character in the card game. I'm going to be honest with you. What we've got is the Queen. I mean, Evil Queen, Wicked Queen. I'm just putting it out there, ladies and gentlemen. Just calling it the Queen, I think, yeah, I'd like something a little bit more there. And then we've also got Gaston. And the cool thing is we have had the cards that lend their art to the front of the box. They have actually been revealed. We have these cards. We can see who they are. We can see what they do. We got the Queen. And we've got Gaston, and they are obviously going to be featured in the deck. They are kind of the headliners of the deck. The Queen's got Shift 2, Quest for 2, and whenever this character quests, choose an opponent's character to give it -4 strength, and then choose one of your characters to get +4 strength. That is a big swing. We've then got Gaston Intellectual Powerhouse that quests for 3, and then it's got Shift 4, and when you play this character, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 in your hand, and the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. It's cool. We've then got ourselves the other deck, which is built around Amethyst and Steel. And again, they've done that nice thing where they've actually shown us the characters that lend their art to the front of the booster box. So we know that the starter deck is built around Merlin and Tiana, which will make my daughter happy because she thinks Tiana is awesome. Merlin, you've got Battle of Wits, which says that whenever one of your characters is returned to your hand from play, this character quests for an extra 1 this turn. And Tiana's got Resist +2. That is a new keyword skill that says damage done to it is reduced by 2. Quest for 2. And while this character is exerted and you have 0 cards in hand, your opponent cannot play any action cards, which could be a really fun card if you can get that working and find enough draw to get around it. It is extremely cool. Now, we might as well very quickly just run through the accessories that are available because we know those as well. We know we've got deck box and sleeves for Sisu because, of course, Raya and the Last Dragon is very much a focus of this set, which is kind of cool. And we know we've got Mulan sleeves and deck box as well. Like we saw back in the first set and like we saw with Sisu, the sleeves and the deck box here very much match each other. They come as a pair. We've then got playmats featuring the Beast, and Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard. Yeah. And by now, right, even if you didn't know it before, you've learned it in this video, I want the Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard playmat. No ifs, buts, or maybes, ladies and gentlemen. I want that playmat. The Maui playmat in set 1 got that playmat. It's very cool. I love it. No. I want my Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard playmat. That's very important to me. I am sorry I cannot tell you where to pre-order this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I really wish that I could. However, now you know exactly what's coming, what's worth picking up, and under what circumstances. Oh, I should actually mention, because I didn't say this earlier, to go back to the starter decks very quickly. If we assume it is like the first starter decks, we know for a fact that there are 2 foil cards in there. We know for a fact there is a booster pack of the set in there, just like back in set 1. And we can assume that there are no unique cards. Even the foils can be found in booster packs. So when it comes to the starter decks, they are really good for learning to play, teaching friends to play, having pre-made decks to play without doing a whole deck building thing. And they've got 2 foils and a booster pack, which is cool, but they don't have exclusive cards. You do not need to buy them. There we go. Right, so yeah, tell me what you think about all of this. Tell me what you're picking up. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Lorcana and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far, the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.